Hello there, my love. How are you? I'm good, thank you. And I love you. I really, really love you. Today I'm gonna try a new thing. I'm gonna trust my intuition. I have made 15 different topics of what I'm gonna make this video about. Let's see what comes. Here is the topic. What meditation technique should I use? Great topic. In my last video, I talked about Vipassana meditation, which is following the breath. And I said that it's the most simple, probably also most effective meditation technique. But I have discussed with some people who also are in this meditation business, and many times, especially for the younger people, it's too boring. Just sitting still with your eyes closed, following the breath in and out, and observing the thoughts, emotions, everything. It's quite boring to do it hour after hour. But actually, if you get past the boring point, there's nothing as cool as sitting still and following your breath. Trust me, I have done that. I have also still sometimes when I do Vipassana, following the breath, it may feel a little bit boring that or that I have some idea that I should, for example, now when I started to make these videos, I keep thinking that uh, I really wouldn't have time for this meditation. I should just go ahead and make the video. But that's not very often anymore. Usually I just enjoy, and it has really started to feel good every time when I do Vipassana meditation. But it has been 1 year I've seriously done that, so it's a long process, but very effective, most effective meditation technique. That's why I spent the beginning time for that. So long talk about Vipassana, following the breath. And you can expand that meditation to watch your movements. When, for example, I go walk our dog to outside, that's very good opportunity to just be present in my body, to feel the aliveness of the body. Whatever I do, when I go to the gym or jogging or hiking, or driving the car, I try to be present in my body, feel the aliveness of it. When I clean the house, and also just stay present and focused. So I think those two, to combine the Vipassana, and if it's too complicated to do both, follow your breath and follow your body, or observing your body is too, that you forget it. So just concentrate on one thing, following your breath when you walk, and you become like that into the present moment and in meditation. Also in Vipassana, I have used the technique where I just sit, follow my breath for 45 minutes, and then I use 15 minutes for walking just around the house and just concentrating on my how it feels to walk, how it feels when the foot touches the ground. The next, second type of meditation I recommend, if this silent breathing and observing thing is not your thing, you can even combine these two, but one thing that's really good to start, especially if you have a busy mind, like I do too. So, active meditations. What are active meditations? I have used Osho's meditations, mystic that died in 1990, and I don't talk about so much about him, but you should really Google Osho, because that has been pretty much my guru up until now. Watching all his videos and doing the active meditations, and I have spent also time in one of Osho ashrams in Italy, Miasto. Active meditations, and I think probably the most effective one is dynamic meditation. And I tend to do it every morning when I wake up, the first thing. Not always I have time for it, but for example today I did it. And yeah, active meditations. There are also other meditations from Osho. Kundalini meditation is very good. Whirling meditation. The good thing about active meditations are that if you have a busy mind, combining active movements, the way to different kind of active movements that are involved in those meditations, it occupies your mind. For example, in one active meditation, gibberish meditation, or actually it's called no mind, when there is 1 hour talking gibberish, it's just nonsense, not any reasonable or sensible words, just gibberish for 1 hour, and then 1 hour this Vipassana meditation, just be still. So it's very effective because your mind gets occupied with all the bullshit that's inside your head. So active meditations are very, very good for contemporary man, for the man of stress, for working 12 hours a day businessman, entertainment industry consumer man or woman. So dynamic meditation for example, is yes, very, very effective. It includes 5 stages. The first one is when you breathe out of your nose for 10 minutes, a little bit more, a chaotic breathing. And you just do it. You have a music that supports the meditation all this time. So chaotic breathing. And then the second stage, also a little bit more than 10 minutes, is catharsis. Like you let your mind go mad and let yourself express whatever feeling that you are feeling, sadness, anger, happiness, craziness, joy, whatever, and just let everything come out. You can have a pillow that you can hit, and you know, of course it's hard to do in your own apartment because so much noise may be coming, but you can do it also in quiet way. And third part, also a little bit over 10 minutes, is jumping who. Like you put your hands up and jump with both feet on the ground, and and let the who come from the bottom of your sexual energy center up there. And yes, after that there comes a sudden stop, and you freeze, usually like this, because you're jumping with your hands up saying who, and you're just freeze for over 10 minutes. Don't do anything, just observe. And then that's actually the part of really the meditation part, because you have exhausted your mind and your energies and everything, and let the emotions go poof like that. And when you are still, that's the meditation, and usually the mind is empty. And then the final part is celebration. But active meditation, that's just one example of active meditation. It's pretty physical, but very effective as well. And it's very good to combine with just still meditation. But you should really check all those meditations out. And yeah, active meditations are the second thing that I really recommend. The third type of meditations that I have also used are like guided meditations. Just using intuition and going to internet, YouTube, maybe finding for example, I have googled most powerful third eye meditation and just concentrated on the third eye, watching between the eyebrows, and maybe for 1 hour, 2 hours, just sit still and let the sound waves do their thing. And yeah, I like to do, yeah, that kind of third eye opening meditation was just one example. There are of course any kind of, just search, there are millions meditations there you can choose. And yeah, I like to do meditations alone, but also in the groups. And I think for most people they like to do in groups, something like, it's especially like you go to the gym, they have organized some whirling meditation or Kundalini meditation, and you go there and it's directed. There are other people giving you the energy. Or you go to retreats. I was, for example, last September in 1 week for 1 week in Oshomiesto Center in a Vipassana meditation week, and there were a lot of people. We had a group there and meditated. And it's of course very powerful when you do it with other people, because the energy intense and your motivation and everything are in line for really good and effective uh, experience. But if you really want to do meditation, you should do it by yourself too. You should be very into it and actually try to have the meditation all the time in your daily process and activities that you do. Not just that 15 minutes thing that you may do meditation, but also just in your everyday activities. Try to bring the awareness of the moment for everything that you do. When you cook food. So I think those are the 4 types of meditation that I recommend. Following the breath and your body, emotions, thoughts. Active meditations to clean your mind from the continuous thought process that is going on. It's really when, especially in the time of internet, when you have all the mobile phones, Pokemon Go games and work stuff, emails, bling, 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 bling coming, messenger messages. It's very effective, that kind of active meditations to empty your brain from those thoughts. And any kind of guided meditations. They are very good also, because then you concentrate on the, maybe I said that maybe there are sound waves, but there can also be somebody talking and putting you do and do stuff, or get your awareness to different kind of things that you hear. Actually, there's and sorry, the 4th one being that you take the meditation in all of your daily activities. That's the ideal, that your whole life becomes a meditation. The 5th one that I do also is yoga. I do Ashtanga yoga, but there are many types of other yogas too. And it's pretty much the same like the active meditations, but the difference is that in yoga it's much more controlled. It's not like in dynamic meditations you are sort of doing fast intuitive stuff so that the mind gets emptied, but in yoga you have the awareness in the movements and postures that you make. but the idea is pretty much the same, that you become aware of your body and put some base the build or base the build the base for the meditation in silence. But feel free to choose. Hopefully this helped you in your yeah, there comes distraction. Contemporary man has many difficulties. So, yeah, hopefully this helped. Have a great day. I love you. Namaste.